life liftoff. How fun. Did all of you watch it? Yes, it was so exciting. Well, I thought today would be a great day for lasagna and some garlic bread. Yum. I think that got it all in, huh? Come join me today and let's sit and chat and eat some lasagna together. Come on in. Yes. I'm so glad you're here with me. Yes, yes, yes. So exciting. Right. I know. Well, we did think about staying up late, though. We did. We really did. We tried. But we recorded it. Yeah. Okay. Listen to that. Don't you just love that pasta sound? Hope you have your headphones on. Yummy. So my daughter informs me that at Dunkin' Donuts, they already got rid of their pumpkin donut. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. So, I mean, pumpkins are used throughout this whole season. I mean, to me, that's just so weird. Why would they do that? I don't get it. So she tells me, I need a napkin. Look at my face. Like I got orange and red lipstick all over. Anyway. So she tells me, Mom, you've got to make your pumpkin donuts again. Yeah. So I'll probably be doing that today. You know what I would probably put? So this is Stouffer's, just regular Stouffer's lasagna. And I'm gonna go get a napkin. It's bothering me that I'm a mess. Oh yeah, I saw that y'all really enjoyed the cake in your face video. That was fun. So what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, so this is just regular, like, I think it does say twice the meat or something in it for the Stouffer's lasagna. Anyway, I think or wish that when I make my lasagna, I put ricotta cheese and I put a can of, or a container of, of cottage cheese. And sometimes I do it a smaller container or a large container. It doesn't matter which one. But I like the texture of the cheeses in all the layer. And I love it when, for me, I mix it in with the meat. So I do meat, pasta, just different layers of cheeses. But within the meat mixture, I have the ricotta cheese and shredded mozzarella and the cottage cheese. So there's several different layers of cheese within that. The wet, like they say, ingredients. I mean, I guess you could call the meat part wet as well. Anyway, that's the way the difference is I make my lasagna. So I was looking at it and it's like almost they don't have cheese except on top. So I think that's how they get away with not putting so much cheese in the Stouffer's. You'd think, you know, it's cheesy and it's really not. It's just got that one layer. Oh, and half the time, which that's what I was just spitting out, it's like so hard that, you know how usually you get like burnt cheese on top of things that's really good. It's got a different flavor and it's, you know, it's good. When you burn the top of the Stouffer's too much, or it's just the edges, oh my word, you get like, it's like cardboard in your mouth and it can rip up your mouth, so be very careful. And you know I'm full, I'm already starting to sniffle. One more bite. But yeah, I'm looking at the layers of the Stouffer and look, like there's, let me see if I can get it to where it's, oh there, see there's nothing on the other side. It's just all meat mixture. Isn't that interesting? Where's the cheese? If you've ever noticed that, I mean, I maybe see some ricotta like right there. Not much. Oh, I hear my grandson. I gotta go check on him. Stay tuned for some more lovely eating. Bye for now. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for tuning in still. Well, I made me a cup of black coffee. Let my lasagna a little bit digest while I got my grandson settled in. And so yesterday, I'm at their house, you know, and I decide to make, oh my word, drum roll, everyone. Drum roll, drum roll. It's funny, I thought this coffee was gonna be hot. It's not. I need to go warm it up a bit more. But back to the drum roll. I made, anybody know what these are? Been a bad girl. Yum. Does anybody know what it is when your grandma or your mom puts the fork print in the cookie? It's because it's peanut butter. That's what it always meant to me anyway. So I've got these, and then I've got these down here that are a little more well done. See the difference? They're a little more brown. So I'll have one of each and see what we think, what's best. But what I didn't do with them that you normally do, because I know I'm gonna get a comment or two, usually before you put them in the oven, when you roll the dough up, the batter, when you roll that batter up into the ball, and then you flatten it with the press of the underside of your fork, you roll them in sugar. Well, this time I didn't roll them in sugar. See, I was a little good. I guess you can take that for what it's worth. But anyway, let me go warm up my coffee. Go warm up yours and come on back. Okay, we're gonna eat some cookies up close. Okay, okay. I'm back. And I warmed up my coffee. So, I think it was Thursday last week. My honey said he went to the base shop. Honey, what's it called? What's the base little shop called? What do you call it?
Space shop, maybe?
Space shop. Isn't that cute? I love that. So anyway, he went there. And usually we get like some gifts for his mom and stepdad. And then I am wanting so bad an ARTEMIS coffee mug now. I haven't asked one that got me, but now I'm wanting an ARTEMIS one. And they were all out of like ARTEMIS stuff. And I'm like, what? Let's try the done ones first. Are pretty soft still. Okay, take a bite of each. Wow. I think I really like the not so done ones. So I was good again about something. So the recipe calls for, kind of like chocolate chip cookies, calls for 3/4 cup brown sugar, and you could do 1/2 or 3/4 cup just regular sugar. And I didn't put the regular sugar in it. I just did the brown sugar. And so it tastes, it's some lovely eating, let's just put it that way. It's just as sweet, just as good, salty, all those things that you want out of a peanut butter cookie. But it kind of takes that sugar thing away a little bit. So that maybe helps me not feel so guilty. Because I love a good baked good and a cup of coffee. Mm. Mm. So tell me in the comments below, when are you going to put your tree up? Okay. And it doesn't have to be this kind either. Yeah. Yeah. I think one year, what was it, where we, like I said, my husband was an officer in the Air Force, and, you know, we traveled around during our moves, our move times and such. And if I remember right, I think for Thanksgiving anyway, we were in the middle of that transition from, you know, place to place. And I think we didn't even, did we not put up a tree, or was it not Thanksgiving? Anyway, whichever it was, I don't remember that year. I just remember that we celebrated, either it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, maybe both, at Disneyland. And it was the best. Oh my word. Mind blowing. It was so great. I would go do that over and over again. Oh Lord. It was either, I thought maybe he would remember. I keep telling him he needs to write that book. So we'll all remember or know what we did. Anyway, I think we do remember, though, celebrating Thanksgiving at Disneyland. You do remember that, though, right?
What's that?
You do remember celebrating Thanksgiving at Disneyland, right?
Sure.
Okay, so see, he didn't forget that part. But we just can't figure out, like, what season it was. Like, either it was November, December, and like I said, hey, babe, maybe it was both. Anyway, who knows? But it was so fun. Oh, my word. I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to bake. We stuffed our little faces to our heart's content. I mean, they let you eat and eat and eat. Like, you could stay in this area for hours because there were so many characters that would come in and sit with you, you know, sit with the kids, sit with us at dinner or lunch or breakfast. I mean, you could go all the time. So I enjoyed it a lot. It was great. When I think that I knew that I wasn't gonna need to fly home, we would do that. We were in California, I think, for three different tours, I believe. And so we took advantage of it, you know, as much as we could. Disneyland. It was the way to go. Excuse me. Yummy. back on the donut thinking, I was like thinking I would make some chocolate ones too, but we'll see. But I sure loved and enjoyed my pumpkin ones. They were really good. Wish I could share them with you. I so wish that I could own, or I don't know. So I worked in a donut shop before, and I think it was because why I didn't care for it is because of the management. You know, you would think with a donut shop, you'd be all happy and everything. And there is a person I follow, by the way, and she is in Vegas. Go check her out. Let me see if I can find her. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here is her. Yeah, here is her. Do you see that? Here is her channel. And she's a donut maker, and I think it's just like really fancy donuts, not just the normal plain kind that I like. Not to say that I wouldn't like her stuff, but I would think I would really, really like her stuff, but fancy. But I think that the management that I was working for was not happy. And then looking at her, the way she kind of does it, and I get it, we only get like a glimpse of the way she is, but she seems like she's happy with doing what she's doing, and it's not just a nuisance or a pain or, oh, I had to get up early to make donuts. It doesn't seem like that way with her. I don't know. It's really interesting. I feel like that I would feel that way. Like I would want it to be fun. But I know that even like when my husband is like in here sitting looking at me while I'm cooking, I kind of get nervous. It's really weird. And I've said to him, I just don't think I could go on that British baking show, because they're just all just staring around, you know, standing around staring at them all the time. And I don't know if I could do that. I mean, maybe you just get used to it, I guess. And I told my husband that one time. I said, you're getting me used to that baking show. Anyway, I don't know. I guess I thought that I would really enjoy the donut shop, you know, going in and learning how to make donuts and stuff. But boy, she was like commanding or demanding, and wasn't real kind and nice and happy about teaching us different things, how to make donuts and whatever. Really interesting. I don't, like I say, I mean, it takes all kinds, and I don't know if, you know, some management is kind of stricter, and I don't do real well with that, maybe. I don't know. I kind of have a thinking that maybe that's it, because I worked for Target for a very long time, and I think I have a lot more respect and kindness for management when they can balance it all out. You know, when you're serious just like all the time, and your workers don't see you being happy. I mean, she would even like be on the phone with her husband, and her teenage son, and she's just rah, rah, rah. She just didn't seem happy. So maybe that's the vibe I was feeling from her, that I was kind of like, this is just not fun. Anyway, makes you wonder. And I also am not saying that I have to have everything fun all the time. Like I don't, I think there's a balance to it. I think you can be the boss or a manager and still, have respect, or, get respect and still have fun. That's a good management team that I feel like a lot of the time, like Target has, and I don't know, just places like that maybe. I remember, and I was about to say, maybe at eating places, you might see the management a lot more stressed. But get this, I worked at McDonald's when I was younger for 3.5 years, and I loved it. I really genuinely liked my management and the workers they hired, and it was just so much fun. I learned so much about people and about food and about how to run a business kind of thing. I loved our management team. They were fun, but yet they were hard workers. They would get in and clean the fries machine. They would get in and they would teach us, and yet you saw them doing the hard work too. Like it wasn't just them ordering us around. I guess that's what I mean. So I don't think it matters if it's food or retail. I think you can have a good management team without being Anyway, there's always a story to be had with me. I hope you enjoyed my content on Lovely Eating. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Leigh. Nice to meet you. We're kind of we chat here while we eat and talk about different topics. There's nothing really planned. It just goes in one way or the other, different directions. But if you are new here and you do find my content lovely, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I appreciate you so much, and I do hope that you're finding some lovely eating where you live, and you're supporting your small restaurants and businesses there in your community. And I hope you be safe, and I'll be talking to you real soon. Stay tuned for some more lovely eating tomorrow.